New video, new car. Well, I say new car, we've had it for a couple of years now, but haven't really done much to it apart from give it a nice little polish and or detail, professionally detail with some sealant and stuff like that, and took it on a couple of proms really. So again, because of the whole COVID situation, it hadn't had a chance to use it. I think it's probably done less than 1,000 miles this year, so it's time for MOT. So we're going to give it an MOT, zoom out a little bit, give it an MOT and a little bit of a tidy up. So the first thing we're going to tidy up is the wheels. You can see they've been painted before and all the bolts have been painted over, and there's just loads of curb rash on them. Well, that's probably one of the good ones. This one here, you see what the bolts are meant to look like. Again, this one isn't too bad, but coming onto the curb side, you can see all that curb rash on there. That's been there since we've owned the car, and you see all the paint is kind of used to be blue underneath there, and someone's painted gold. And again on this one, a little bit of curb rash and a bit of blue paint flaking off. So they're pretty much on the scruffy side, so we're going to get them refurbished while we're doing the MOT work. Now I do know it needs a couple of bottom ball joints at the front here, so I've got all them and taken it out today to obviously bring it to the garage to the MOT. I've noticed that the brakes are squealing. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but the front brake pads are near on non-existent, so I think I'm going to have to do a set of front brake pads at the minimum, but we'll go for it anyway, and then just see what it needs. I've got it for a week, so we're going to do some underbody tidying as well. And let me get the bonnet prop on this. Right, so you can see all the blueness on here, that's all starting to craze on here. This inlet manifold is all starting to flake off. Yeah, it's an old spec car, so it's got a lot of stuff on it from that I put on it in the 90s, like piggybacks and stuff like that. That is running a Power FC Apex ECU with the command as well. So just a case of just giving it a bit of a tidy up. We've never done anything on underneath the bonnet here, so I've got a carbon fibre plug cover to go on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to probably get these powder coated a different colour, get that re-powder coated, and then just leave all these bits, trying to clean these up as much as we can. So I might take them off and give them a good old polish so they're a little bit more shiny. But yeah, that is pretty much what we're going to do. So we're going to make a start. We're going to hot wash the entire engine bay underneath the bonnet and just give it a good old scrub, and then we're going to get on the ramp, get the wheels off, get them sent off, and obviously take the rocker covers off and the strut bar and get all them redone. I'm not too sure about this gold fuel rail though, so I'm not sure if I want to be touching that. So yeah, we'll see what the day brings. But yeah, we'll get this hot washed, see what the condition is like, and then we'll get on the ramp, get some bits taken off so we can send them away for powder coating, and get on and do the rest of the jobs. Right, I think we're there for the cleaning. The stuff I sprayed on there was citrus cleaner, and I don't like bare alloy at all, so I've just given this side literally a quick hand polish, and this come up. So I think what I might do is, when stuff is away to be powder coated, I'm gonna just sit down for an hour and wet and dry 3000 the whole top bit, and then get some metal polish on a machine polisher, and just go to town with it really. And same with all this polish stuff here. This stuff here I'm going to get powder coated anyway, so same with that pipe down there. All the alloy pipes will be powder coated. What colour powder coated? The strut bar, I'm not too sure about powder coating that, because then it won't match the fuel rail, because I'm going to do that the same gold as the wheels, but I don't know. I'll have to come to that decision when we come to take everything off. If not, I'm going to see if I can get myself a billet alloy fuel rail just there, and see if I can get a second hand one or something. New ones are bloody horrendous money, but we'll see what comes up of it. As I say, GTR ownership and all that sort of stuff. All the paint flaked off this plenum, so that looks all right sod to get to the bolts on it, so I might take that off as well and get that powder coated satin black to match all the underneath the bonnet. So right, it is Monday, bank holiday. I am going home, I've had enough. So tomorrow I'm going to come in, start taking some bits off, take the wheels off, and get them sent to be powder coated. So right, for you, a couple of seconds, for me, next day. See ya.
The next day.
Alright, morning everyone. Well, I say morning, it's afternoon. I've been here since morning, trying to get some bits and pieces off this old Skyline. Got the wheels off, so they've already been sent away. I've got a box of bits here to be sent away to be powder coated. So that's just all the induction pipes, strut bar, rocker covers, and the plenum, or the collector, whatever you want to call it. And that thing is a bloody nightmare to get off. Show you around the car. So as I say, lots going on. This thing, if you've ever done one in your life, you know, it's, yeah, absolute nightmare. Took me getting on to over 3 hours to get it out, which is, yeah, more than what I wanted to spend on it, but that was quite scabby, so we needed to get it off. There's loads of bits and bolts, so that's all off. Just a box of parts here, coils, again little bins of parts, keeping them all together. So yeah, we're going to send all them off to be powder coated, and then we'll come back to you in a few days time when that's all done. Oh, looking at the MOT stuff, I think it's just bottom ball joints and set front pads, and should be absolutely fine. So yeah, we'll probably get on and do them in between jobs, but I'm gonna have to order. I've got the ball joints, I need to order the pads, so hopefully they'll turn up before the powder coated stuff is done, so we can get on and do them in the meantime. But yeah, so I'll leave it here for now, and we'll come back to you in a few days time when that's all ready to go back on. Alright, so I've just gone on and cracked on with the pads. Nice new Brembo pads in there. Show you the old ones. Not much meat left on them, they're all really crumbly. And also the bottom ball joints, you can see they're all split. So I've got 2 new ones under there on the other side as well. Alright, finally, after probably nearly 6 weeks, I managed to get all the bits back from the powder coaters. So after the first powder coat messing around and said they couldn't, said that they could do these engine bits, turned around a week later and said no, they can't. And so I had to take them to somewhere else. He managed to squeeze them in, but obviously that was another 4-week wait, unfortunately, because they're so busy and the colours that I chose were, you know, a little bit specialised. So yeah, this is all the bits. It's like candy purple, although it looks blue on the video. It is an actual candy purple, and in life it really looks nice, and it's not really picking it up on the video, but it do look nice. And then I've got this inlet manifold in crackle black, really nice finishing texture. So that's that. And these alloy pipes I was going to get done in gold to match the wheels, but then I thought that'd be a little bit too much 90s throwback, so I had them done in a powder coated chrome, so it just saves the hassle of maintaining the polished alloy look, if you know what I mean. So you can just wet these down, dry them off, and back to how they are. But as you can see, it's a nice finish for a powder coating chrome. So we're now going to throw all these on. Oh yeah, the other thing I've got is obviously this carbon cover, but just throwing it on there, it don't look like that's going to fit too well. So I might have to, well, we'll get the valve covers on and then we'll see how it fits. I might have to space it, or that might just be completely wrong, but it is for an RB26. It just don't look too well, if you know what I mean. But we'll get it on and see how it fits anyway. But yeah, that's them bits, and I'll show you the wheels as well. I'll take you through to the workshop. Now, these are the wheels which are all done. Had them powder coated Subaru gold, which is what they were originally, well, as close to, and then had all the barrels diamond cut. They are a single piece wheel, they're not a true split rim. And what they've done is they drilled out all the fake Allen keys, because if not, they'll be powder coated the same colour gold. They can't just mask them off. So I was going to tap all these holes and get some stubby, like M6 threaded cap head screws and put them all on, but that's going to take so long to do 4 wheels. I'll show you the other wheel as well. The other wheels, I should say. So that's all there, and they look really nice. I think they look really nice anyway. Really nice finish on them. So yeah, as I say, I'm not too worried about the cap head screws. You know, almost from a distance look like I still got them in there, to be honest with you. But yeah, again, I'm not too worried about it. It's what it is. Everyone knows these are fake split rims, so why put the effort into putting the cap head screws in, and they're probably only going to fall out down the road anyway, unless I Loctite them in. But yeah, just makes, well, for me it's just easier not to do it. And it don't look out of place either from a distance. So if I get a few mentions, then I might do it later on down the road. That is one option, but again, I'm not overly worried about it at the minute. And then for all the powder coat stuff, I've got new water covered gaskets, the half-moon ones, and I've got a new bolt kit to go with it, which I've got the gold bolts. There's like 3 or 4 different types of bolts you could have got. I've got the gold ones to obviously match the gold wheels. And then obviously you saw that we've placed the pads and the ball joints. So yeah, we're just gonna make a start and getting all this back together again. Yeah, the only other thing I need to do, which I could have done in 6 weeks I've been waiting, is polish the radiator, and I haven't done. But that'll be done another time. There's no issues, just a case of lifting the bonnet up and polishing it. That whole car needs a good polish, been sat in the workshop, look. All the dust and stuff has just gone on it. It's absolutely hanging. On the window, look. But there we go. We'll make a start, we'll get all these bits on, and as soon as I get more done, then we'll come back to you. I mean, it's going to take me some time because the inlet manifold on these are an absolute nightmare. I don't know if I mentioned this previously, but that took me about 4 hours to get the inlet manifold off. So it's going to take me a good 3 or 4 hours to get the inlet manifold back on again. Now I know how it's done. Yeah, so bear with us, and for you it's going to be a few seconds, but for me it's going to be a few hours work. So we'll see in a few minutes. Alright, so I was just looking at some of the footage I've been taking of it. Again, this has been pieced across 7 or 8 weeks worth, really. Some of it I'd like to have shown a bit more of the ball joint and the brake pad replacement, but to be honest with you, just need to get on with it. I had a spare half an hour to an hour in my diary in between customer cars and whatnot, so I just needed to get on with it and get it done. So hence the reason why that's just a short clip to show you what had been done, and the fact that we had done it. So yeah, that was that. So again, just looking back through all the clips, I realised that I didn't make a piece of when that was all done and dusted. So I've just nosed it into the garage because it's get a bit dark outside now, and the lights in there's got some LED lights in there, so fluorescent tubes and stuff like that. So hopefully the colours will be picked up a lot better than what they were in the office. But as you can see, that is all together. I haven't done the radiator yet. As you can see, it's still blotchy and horrible. Just haven't had time. So forgive me on that one. So it's the inlet plenum all fitted. Again, hats off to people that do these. They are a real challenge, especially getting to the back 2 bolts for the breather pipes. The rest of it isn't too bad once you get that oil filter housing out of the way, the fuel filter housing out of the way. I removed the brake cylinder, master cylinder, and then just flicked up over on top of on the cover just to give me a bit more room. So yeah, that's all on, lovely. Again, the purple isn't really come through. In life it's really purple, but it looks more blue on here. But yeah, the carbon coil pack cover, not the best fit in the world. It's taken off an original cover, but I think the original cover's made out of like aluminium, and that's got like standoffs for the bolts and stuff like that. So it literally just sits on there, and I've found some cap head screws that just keeps it in place basically. But yeah, it's better than having the coil pack showing, I think anyway. And obviously you've got the chrome powder coated intake pipes and all that sort of stuff, and I've got that one down there as well. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video, to be honest with you. We'll see what the future brings. This isn't a car that we're thinking about selling anytime soon, but we're just going to use it. We only done 1,000 miles in it last year, obviously because of COVID and not really many shows going on, but we like to drive it, and it doesn't matter if it's raining or even snowing, we'll still drive it to places. And yeah, it's a drivable, presentable car. It's not no show car, but we do like to drive it to like local shows and stuff like that. And now we can actually have the bonnet up, and it looks reasonable, presentable compared to what it did. So yeah, that is that. I was going to do a little video of it driving down the road, but again, just completely forgot to do it, and by the time I got here, yeah, just time really and getting things done on my own cars at the minute. So yeah, that is that. If you want to see anything in particular done to this car, or wants to see more videos on this car, then obviously put a little message in the comments and just say, yeah, I want to see more of this car, and make any suggestions to what you'd like to see. You know, I want to keep it how it is. I want to keep the twin turbos. It's on the older Apex CFC commands, which I like because it's period correct to this car. So I don't want to be changing anything on that, but if you can suggest anything that would make this car a little bit more future proof, or just something different really, then obviously let us know in the comments. But for that, that's going to do it. I'm going to get this video edited and get it out there, and yeah, I hope you like it. And if you do, obviously hit the thumbs up button, hit the like, as they say. But for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.